So a few days ago, I was riding my motorcycle, year 2000 Honda Rebel. When I was in first gear going to second, it was actually, felt like something was holding me back. It felt very sluggish. It was almost like you gotta keep shifting gears just to propel yourself further. And so I was like, something is really wrong. And I was like, before I try to diagnose whatever it is, I know one thing I want to do is change the oil, because I officially had this motorcycle now for 1 year. I bought it last October in upstate New York. A college student was selling it, and then I hauled it back to New York City with my pickup and some type of ramp. The ramp you put on the back of the pickup or SUV. I put it on there and got it here to New York City. So that was a year ago. That was October. I drove it the whole winter. Pretty much I've been driving it all year round. It hasn't been in storage. And so I knew I wanted to change the oil. It just didn't feel good at all. And so now in this video, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna show you how you change the oil on this type of bike, but more specifically, the Honda Rebel, of course. And so that's what I'm gonna do. But for starters, I'm gonna tell you some things that you'll need to complete this job. It's gonna be super easy. The good thing about this bike is, when you're changing the oil with your car, not only do you have to, it's really simple to change the oil on the car. Like, you find where the plug is at, which is under the motor, by the oil pan, and you let the oil out. But the thing that becomes complicated is then changing the oil filter. Now, with this bike right here, there's no filter. And so that's easy. Once you drain it, you put the new oil, fresh oil, let it run, and you're ready to go. So what will you need to complete an easy job like this? First thing you need is some type of pan to catch the oil as it comes down. If you have one that you use for your car, amazing. What you can do is use some type of aluminum pan. The pans that you might bake pasta with, or like a baked ziti or whatever. Those aluminum pans, you might get one. You might have use one in your house. Get one of those, or like I did yesterday, I used a cover. When you have a paint tray, there's disposable covers that you can use. So I got one of those. They're less than $2 at Home Depot or Lowe's, and then that can do the job. So that's for starters. Get something that you can catch the oil with. Number two, you're gonna obviously need the oil, 1040 or 1030 for this motorcycle. I used 1040 yesterday. You're gonna buy 2 quarts. You're not gonna use the full 2 quarts. I would use like 1.5 quarts. And then always keep the other one, just in case you need it. Check your oil levels and things like that. Most importantly, you're gonna need a 17mm socket. You're gonna need a long adapter, and you're gonna need a ratchet. You can't do this job without a long adapter because of what I'll show you. It's too many things in between to pass, and just a combo of the ratchet and the socket is not gonna help you. And so that's why you need it, and I'm gonna show you that right now. So for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna refer to this side as the driver's side, and this side as the passenger side. So when you approach the passenger side, so what I would do is, once you have whatever pan you have, slide it under. This is the motor right here. You're gonna slide it to the middle, so you're in position, ready to catch the oil. So you would slide that. That's step one. Step two, you'll twist this oil stick. And generally when you're riding, throughout the year, you can just open and see where your level's at, because there's no oil indicator on levels or anything like that, pressure. So you would take that out. So during the oil change, I would leave it out. It'll help the oil go out quicker or whatnot. But also, it's for when you're ready to fill the oil, the fresh oil back in, all right? But I'll close it right now for the purpose of the video or anything going inside. So that's what you do. Slide, take this off, and then come back to the driver's side. This is where the fun happens. So this is the only little tricky part, but it's very, very simple, and I'll show you right now. So you're gonna come to find the plug. You're gonna work behind this footrest. So go behind here, and then
This is why you need a long adapter, because there's rubber right here. This is covering where the plug is at. So if you had a long adapter like this stick right here, it'll push through the rubber and the plug appears on the other side of that rubber. And all you would do is turn counterclockwise to loosen the plug. So I'll hold that stick right there so you get an idea, and I'll come around here so you can see. You can see it right there. So it is right here. Hold on. The plug is right here where I'm hitting. So past that rubber, the plug is right here. So you're not gonna miss it. Then you'll go counterclockwise to loosen it up. You'll give it about 5 to 10 minutes to drain on its own, and then you will go clockwise with the plug to tighten it up, and go back on the passenger side and put the fresh oil. Use a funnel to put back your oil, and pretty much that's it. Let the engine run before you ride, so the new oil can go through and circulate, and that's pretty much it. All right, so hopefully this was helpful. And one more thing I'll add. This is a separate video, but somebody might want to know about brake fluid. You know, where it goes. So you will use Phillips screw head, remove this, and then put the brake fluid, and this is how you check your levels on the brake fluid. So that's just an added thing. You have a motorcycle, maybe you're a first-time user, maybe you're fresh out of motorcycle school, getting your first bike, and these are the type of bikes that you'll use when you're getting your license. And so, you know, some things, easy maintenance things, you might want to learn, changing oil or adding brake fluid. That's where it goes right there. And obviously they always recommend like .4 sometime. .3 or .4 is what they recommend, which that's pretty much what they sell here in America. All right, very simple. Let me know if this helped you, and till next time, David Durango.